Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please take your seats, if you can find them, for the show is about to begin. No eating of crisps and noisy, crunchy food during the show, if you wouldn't mind. It does put off the neighbours. Thank you. I wonder who this is from then. £3.80 postage, one small parcel. Dear Mr. Vobes, I wonder what's inside. What can it possibly be? I have no idea. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting Vobe Show with me, Richard Vobes, here in the back room of a Worthing terraced house at the foot of the English Channel and the edge of the South Downs. Lovely to have your company this evening, and thank you for horizontal hold for tuning in on this exciting Friday, the 11th of September. Ba-dam! We're here. And a big hello to some of our wonderful viewers out there who have said hello back. Good evening to the lovely Julia. Good evening to you. Good evening to Kerry Baldwin. To Ernie Samat, who has, at the very last moment, whizzed out and sent a video in. Thank you so much. And Jakey, I don't think there's anyone called Jakey. JK, that's what I was trying to say. Duvis. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced, but that's how I'm pronouncing it. Duvis. Hello, Richard from Holland. Hello from Richard to Holland. Hello to you, JK. Nice to see you. Andrew Murphy. Andrew, indeed. Murphy is also out there. Graham Cass. I've just watched a short clip on the BFI channel. Blackpool Pleasure Beach, 1926. Are you enticed to go? Will you be trotting on the donkeys? That's what I want to know. Connor's Dark Corner says, hi. Darren Howell, evening all. Robert Brailsford, I know. Yeah, he knows what's inside the box. Inside the box? Inside. He knows what's inside there. Sean James Cameron on the Lifestyle channel. No more than 6. I'm not quite sure. Oh, no more than 6 gathering here. Yes, if you could all keep well clear. By the way, Sean James Cameron, I should say, on the Lifestyle channel. Well, if this is your life and if this is your style, then good luck to you health-wise. Because this is where he is, or was, earlier today, taking some fish and chips. We have our spies out, you know, and one of our happy snappers caught him. Sorry about the clock coming back on there. It's like almost like Time Slip. Do you remember Time Slip? Black and white programme on the telly. I don't know what channel it was on. It's too young. It was on the... It was back in the day. In time, in fact. Ron Langley's there, evening all. James de Will, good evening to you, sir. Nigel Sadler, hello. Mike Stevens, 9/11 indeed. 9/11? Hi to you, says Kate Evans. Ernie Samet says, Richard, love the shirt. I approve. Very smart. Thank you very much. One does try, you know, don't you know? And Mark English, seems I only spoke to the Vobes half an hour ago. And what a lovely conversation him and I had. It was lovely. And Roy Ballinger says, evening all. Kerry Baldwin is laughing her socks off. Put them back on afterwards because of the smelly feet. We don't want those in the aisle. Very smart shirt tonight, says Mike Stevens. Thank you very much. And Glastonbury Gabriel is here. Wouldn't be complete without Glastonbury Gabriel. Now, I don't know if you happen to see the video that the lovely Mark English and I did. He came down to Worthing, I made a video and he made a video, and they're the same thing but very different, which was great. So definitely well worth. Check them out on Mark's page, and don't forget to subscribe and enjoy his wonderful content. So that's an order. Now, I've got this. I have no idea what this came a couple of days ago. How it got here, because it's got some gaffer tape on the address. That's very strange, isn't it? On both sides. But, so, what's in the box? Anybody, what's in the bag? What's in the Jiffy bag? What's in the Jiffy... Wait a minute. I hope I haven't broken it. Is it possible I could have broken it? This came from Robert Brailsford, who's out there. And I hope I haven't broken it already just by sort of shoving it around. But It does rattle a bit. Let's see if anybody can get. Ernie Samet says 3 people disliking already. Very sad. Spiteful people. Oh, the spiteful people with clumsy thumbs. They're trying to put the thumbs up, only they miss. That's how I interpret it. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care. You can give me the thumbs down. You can give me. Can you give me the thumbs sideways? It would be good if there was a thumb that sort of went like this. Oh, well, maybe that way. Oh, well, if it moved up and down as the mood went, as a sort of gauge, and I could gauge how well it's going down with the audience. You know, it's like in the old days when the theatres were open. Remember those days? When you could walk out in front of the footlights and there would be a live audience actually in your physical presence, coughing all over you. Coughing, like that. But we didn't give a care then, did we? We didn't mind. They had a little cough, you'd tell them to shut up, someone would say stick a hanky in it, and you got on with it. You didn't lock everybody down and send them all home and close the theatres and put everybody out of work and then a bit of anguish whether it's all going to happen again. We managed to get on with it. More people seem now to have died of ordinary flu than of COVID. Don't know what's going on. Anyway, let's not go down that road because we don't want to upset too many people, least of all the YouTube people who have the big lever to switch us and cancel us. After all, we don't want to be cancelled. Taxi! Having one of my lovely taxi cups there. What you need, says Glastonbury Gabriel, is a swingometer. Oh, yes, if only... Was it Peter Snow? John Snow? One of the Snows. There was a lot of those Snow people, wasn't there, in snow business, who used to chase the big the swimometer. Now, John Snow in a swimming costume, perhaps we don't want to see that. Audrey says, you used to... Who? Sorry. Who used to do the side thumb and say dodgy? Yeah, it's a bit dodgy, isn't it? Yeah, what about cars, mainly? Hope they don't do that about my van. A big thank you, by the way, to TurboStream, if he's out there. Lovely Adrian from TurboStream. He sent me a personal video. It's very nice. It's all a bit saucy, really. But in between all of that, I only saw him in the nude. And that's the honest truth. Well, actually... I did catch a bit of his shirt. I just saw his hand, so he could have been naked from behind that because he was holding the camera, looking that way, and I did see his hand sometimes. But actually, just remembered, did catch him in the mirror with his little furry muffs. It's always nice to have your furry muffs on your phone in order to save the sound from the wind, or the wind from the sound, or the wind from the phone. Anyway, whatever it is. So thank you to him for sending me the personal message about his camper van. Lovely, lovely camper van, and he showed me all the pros and cons of it. It's something I can't possibly afford. But anyway, it was very nice. Thank you very much indeed. What else have we got there? Josh Stick, brilliant rant. Thank you very much. It wasn't very long. It was just a quick rant, that one. You should wait till I get going. John F. says, hello. Mike Stevens says, you're right, though, Richard. Absolutely bloody right. Now we've got this weird law, haven't we? Only 6 again. It's like, goodness gracious. It's almost as if we had, the politicians went, oh, we've just got in power. And, oh, my God, not only have we got in power and we can do the Brexit thing and all of that and still have 5 years to go to mess up the country. But not only that, we've got this pandemic. I tell you what, let's lock everybody up. Blimey, they did it. They actually... Well, what else can we do? Let's shut everything. Shut the pubs, shut the theatres, shut your mouth. Anybody who's out... Look, people on the Peak District, quick, get the drones up, get the drones up. You can imagine it, can't you? Somebody sitting there in a big office with all the cameras and peering around going, oh, yeah, somebody walking on the Peak District, drones up, then police out there. Quick. I think the power has just gone to their minds. And the scientists, you can imagine the scientists, people are actually listening to us. Oh, my God. What shall we tell? Let's see how far we can push this. COVID is the worst thing that's since the Black Death. In fact, it's worse than the Black Death. There's going to be five or six deaths. Five or 6 deaths? 50,000 or 600,000 deaths. There's going to be murder. No, not murder. No, there's going to... You should wear masks. I just think the scientists, there's a whole bunch. I listened to a podcast the other day and they said, the trouble with these, whatever it is that advise the government, I forget what they're called now off the top of my head, but whatever they're called, It's like having a committee, and then they all come up with something, and it's almost like they vote. Well, what should we do? Should we lock them down? No, I don't think we can get away with that. Are those in favour? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of you are in favour. I think that's it. Then that's unanimous. We think that you should lock everybody up, throw away the key, do what China did, and seal everybody in. There's far too many people, and they don't like me anyway. I've got a personal grief about it. But by the way, it's all right if I have my girlfriend in when nobody's looking. Yeah. Lovely. Don't tell the press, though, because actually they're all on our side. I don't know. It's all a bit mad, isn't it? 6 is such an unlucky number, says Michael White. It's lucky for the 7th, isn't it? We're all going down the pub, mate. Come on, then. Let's all go. Well, what about me? Oh, yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? We're only allowed 6. Let's have a look, Kurt. Stay there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with Big Harry and... Oh, what a shame. You're number 7, aren't you? Next time, mate. Next time. It's always next time, isn't it? It's always that next time. Well, I'll tell you what. You could go in Essence with us. Give us your wallet. Thanks very much. That's pretty much what it is. COVID wardens, sirens. COVID siren. Yes. Put your mask on. You can just see it now. Imagine it. I mean, we've had traffic wardens and we've had the special constables, haven't we, walking along. Nice, very special. No, I'm a special one. What's special about you? I've got no power. Yeah, that's special, isn't it? And now we're going to have these wardens. I can imagine them like Godfrey from Dad's Army, kind of, basically. Would you mind awfully just breaking up the party a bit? Only, and could you tell me where the nearest convenience is? Thank you very much. Only, I really do need to spend a penny. But if you could all just go home, I'll do some tracking and tracing a bit later. It's playing up again. Yes, I can't see. You can imagine a bunch of lads, 7 lads, 8 lads, 10 lads, whatever, walking down and some little nerdy. I've got a passport. I've got a piece of card with my face on it. There's some text on it. On Her Majesty's service. There's a picture of Boris on the back. Look, we've got the power. Oh, yeah. I've got a bloodied nose now. I need to change the picture. It's all a bit bonkers, isn't it? Mike Stevens says, now, who was it who had the mark of 666? I don't know. Bring out your dead. Yes, now, that's what we need. Those people with those big, long noses, you know, and their faces in nosegays. They were the days. If only we could go around with our faces in nosegays when you go around the supermarket, that would be much more, you know, instead of having what effectively is a horse's feed bag, you know, one of those nose bags. Happy anniversary, says Wrong Langley. Thanks. Sir Michael White says, I've read his, happy anniversary to Mindy Childbride. What's going on? Here am I, working my end off, and what are you gabbling on about? Mild brainchild? What is that? Glastonbury says that there has been a COVID outbreak in my home. My dad is in, so it's a bit more serious. Ah, yes. Well, obviously, if it's your dad, then I take it all back, and I hope that he is all right. We all wish him luck. Look, I've got my fingers crossed. And I'm sure he will be. Obviously, there is this problem. I'm not saying there isn't a problem, but it's not a problem for every single person. Lovely Julia says, sorry to hear that, Gabriel. We're all very sorry to hear that, Gabriel. Mike Stevens says, now, who was it? I've read that already. Lifestyle Channel says, I asked for assistance from a community police officer because a man had died in the cafe, but the officer said he could get involved, Oh, sorry, I probably meant you couldn't get involved because it was his tea break and he told us to phone the police. Oh, no, I'd rather, please don't ask me. Muriel is just making my tea. 2 sugars, Muriel, just a moment. I'll be straight back. Two sugars, yes, Muriel. And have you got any of those wagon wheels? Nice. Oh, and I think that gentleman wants to borrow the phone when you've finished with your mother-in-law. Maybe I'm just taking a mickey a little bit, but it's, from some points of view, it does sound a bit bonkers, this whole situation. Retirement complex in Appleby. That's where my folks are. Good for them. Thanks for sharing that. Now we know where to get them. Blame them for the monstrosity that is Robert. I'm only joking. 666 was a London trolleybus, says Days of Yore. Aha. And Barry Hughes says, can't believe, married at home with Mindy, 28 years tomorrow. Well, you should count your lucky stars. Look at me, I'm unmarried with nobody. I'm married with nobody for, nearly 20 years now. Nearly 20 years, a single man, and not very much to show for it. Robert Brailsford sent this in. Let's see what's inside. Nobody's guessed. I think there must be a camper van in here or some such thing. We're getting in there. Oops. Blue is the colour is blue. What does it say? Oh, hello, Brobat Blue. Shove down the loo. No, stop mucking about. No, it's not Brobat Blue, actually. Chocolate cream sandwich cookies. Look at that, if you can see that. Well, it'll be out of focus up there. Sandwich cookies. This says no sugar added. How about that? And this is sugar-free biscuits. So they're biscuits without any sugar in. So, you know, in theory, one should be able to have that. Wait a minute. Thank you so much, Robert, for thinking of me. Let's have a look and see what the ingredients are. Biscuits, chocolate chips, sugar-free sweeteners. Okay. Ingredients, wheat flour, 42%, sugar-free chocolate chips, cocoa mass, something, sweetener, mannitol, butter, cocoa butter, emulsifier, soya lecithin, vanilla flavoured, vegetable oil, high oleic sunflower oil, 16.5%, sweeteners, maltitol, isomalt, rising agents, sodium, ammonium, hydrogen carbonate, salts, flavours. This product may have trace of nuts. It's for nuts by all sorts of things. Blimey. There's a lot of stuff in there. Why couldn't it have just been butter, flour, no sugar, and chocolate? Well, sugar-free chocolate. Why all those emulsifiers and butter snap cookies and arsenic and old lace? Who knows? It's like a Christmas gift, isn't it? It's a Christmas gift for those who can't eat sugar. The problem is, and I really appreciate, and that's a longer version. I'm gonna open these. I think it's only fair. Hang on, let's get the. We do have the biscuit cam with us today. Here's the biscuit cam. Biscuit cam. You know when you're in a jam, you can switch on the biscuit cam. It is fun with Sam. Unfortunately, Sam couldn't make it. And here it is. Sorry, not broken biscuits, but very nice biscuits. Somewhat broken. Robert, is Robert Brailsford out there? Oh, yes, there he is, Brailsford. Merry Christmas. Thank you very much. Christmas has come early. I was after Easter eggs, actually. I don't know what happened there. So let us take one out. These are like your little cookies. And now I'm trying as much as possible not to eat processed food. That's the thing. So what we'll do is we'll take the cookie like thus and make it vanish. We'll rub our hands like so and make it appear again, as if by magic. It wasn't magic, it was sleight of hand. But my dad used to teach me how to do sleight of hand years ago, where you would take it like that and make it go, and you'd show the other hand. You wouldn't show that hand, obviously. And then, yeah, whatever. Anyway, let's give it a whirl. Whoops. What it needs is something to... I guess you get used to it, don't you? Eric? One moment. Eric? Eric?
Yes, sir.
Oh, he's there. Eric?
That's right, sir.
Feeding time. Feeding time, Eric. Feeding time. Ready? Here you go. No, over a bit. Left a bit. Catch. Whee! Good old Eric. He loved it. Well, there we are. Thank you so much, Robert. What a kind gift. Sugar-free biscuits. I might just try one more. if I lie on the floor and don't get up, you know that 666. Turn it on its head and dial 999. Right. Sorry about eating with my mouth full. We've got some videos to play in today's show, ladies and gentlemen. Quite a few of them, and we have a couple of new ones as well. Lifestyle Channel says, just realised I've got a similar shirt on. Ah, you and I could be easily mistaked if it wasn't for my wonderful charm and debonairship. Anyway, let's have a look in the video box tonight. It's Mike Dixon.
Hello, Vobesters. It's Mike Dixon and Bella. Bella's in the bicycle box at the moment on Helen's bike, and we've come to Quor Abbey, which is just on the outskirts of Fishbourne on the Isle of Wight. And here it's a monastery, and they have a kind of free-range pig farm. So we've just come up. We're heading over to ride on the bikes from Wootton Bridge. We just came past and seen all the pigs. And there's the sow. They seem very, very happy down here. Free range animals. And yeah, very beautiful. Nice to see them all up here. But very beautiful. And Bella's here. Oh, where's Bella? She's in her basket.
This way.
There she is. And behind her is the Abbey. Bella. So she sits in there. She's just had a run. We brought her out. She had a run while Helen was cycling up on Route 22, which is one of the big national cycle routes here on the Isle of Wight. And yeah, I thought I'd just share this with you. Richard's been filming free-range cattle recently up on the Stenning project. But yeah, it's very lovely setting out. Lovely sunny, warm day. And the mum has gone into the big house, big sty. Anyway, I thought I'd just share it with you. It's a lovely sight, see them free range and roaming around, enjoying their lives. And there's a few more over there. And all the produce is actually sold in the farm shop and the cafe. So all the things you buy supporting the project up here actually helps raise money to keep the whole monastery going. Anyway, thought I'd just share it with you. I'll pass you back to Richard in the studio. Take care. Bye.
How lovely those lovely pig's ears look. Crispy. No, how wonderful to see those lovely pigs running in that very bare field with barely any grass in it. Free range. So they're still penned in. Wait a minute. It might be on an abbey. Pigs like trees. They like to snoot and snort and scruffle in bushes and things. I know you wouldn't be able to see them so easily, but that's what they like. They like a bit of variety. I know it. Everyone said, "Oh, lovely," and it is very nice when you turn up. But actually, pigs, there's so little for them to do. What are they going to do other than just walk about like in a prison cell? I would like to see some little trees and bushes and, at least an oak tree in there so that when the acorns drop, they can be snorting in there and scruffling and digging and actually being a bit freer. I know that I just put water on your video. It's a lovely video, by the way, nicely shot and on all of that. And it's great that you sent it in. And I'm not criticising in any shape or form, but I want those monks, if it's on an abbey, I want those monks to come on, pull up the habit We want to see those pigs have a bit more variety of places to run and roam. They need a football. Exactly. There we are. They need a football. They like to wallow in mud. And yes, exactly. Yes. And because it's enclosed, I didn't see any water. They want some greenery and places to get out of the shade other than just that corrugated hut, which must get warm. We want to see them sniffing out the truffles. Yes, that's definitely a bit suspect, if you ask me. But luckily, nobody did, so that was that. Now, I've got a tin here. Hello?
Hello. Anybody there? This is the BBC complaints line.
Did you say BBC?
No, I said the VBC. The VBC complaints line, the Vobes Broadcasting Corporation. If you have any complaints, we just shove them straight in here.
Never to see the light of the day again. No, the idea was because now I've broken the seal, you see, these would go off. And obviously with these biscuits, and they've got so many chemicals in them, I'm going to put them in here and seal them up. And they're there ready for the next lockdown when one can't get out. But this, very useful, in the bath as a little boat. You could make a little sail in it. I'm sailing in my boat like a demented man afloat. You have to clap for yourself in these games, in these days, whatever. Lovely Piggly Wigglies, says Audrey Forbes. They are nice, yes, especially when you warm them up. Your son will test the chemicals later, says Michael White. Oh, my God. You should see in the kitchen now. There's chemical to get him bigger. But any larger, he'll pop. I don't understand. James says, put a lock on those biscuits or the lodgers will get them. Yes. In their own lockdown. They are. They're in their own lockdown. That's it. Josh Sticks. Yes, there we go. Fantastic. Anyway, we've seen one of the videos. I think we'll crack on with another. Oh, hang on a minute. We've got the phone. I forgot about that. We've got the phone. We're going to put one more video on, and then I'll open up the phone line so we can have a natter about this, that, and the other. And we're going to go to the days of yore. Days of yore. He's got a very interesting video for us to have a look at. So keep your eyes peeled because there might be something special. was in the fire bucket. He was in the fire bucket. You know, I watched that the second time. I still missed it. I still missed the pigeon. That was brilliant. I think we should have more of those. I think we should have definitely more. Days of Yore, you are a genius. absolute genius. Let's do some more Find the Pigeon or whatever. Spot the so-and-so. I am now commissioning you for no money whatsoever to go forth with your cameras and video phones and make something in which you tell us that we've got to look for something, and then we can concentrate and not actually know what the rest of the video is about because we're so busy going, where the hell is it? See the telegraph pole. Where's the telegraph? I can't see a telegraph. See the Panzer tank. Where's the Panzer tank? I can't see anything. So I think we should have more of those. So there we go. If you are one of those people that think, do you know, I wish I could just think of something to send into the Vobes, send us a can you spot the sun? Where is the sun? Can you spot the sun? It's a good idea. So well done, young fella, my lad. We loved it. Do more for us. That would be great. If anyone wants to call in, 0793 474 6790 is the telephone number. And you'll be pleased to know I've charged up the phone because it was running low on the last show. I didn't mention it because I noticed we'd gone down to about 5%, but we managed to get through. But now it's 100%, so I can 100% take your calls. And as if by a magica, we have a call. Let's find out who it is. Hello, caller. Who is you?
It's Connor.
Hello, Connor, and his dark corner. How are you?
I'm very well.
Oh, I'm very pleased to hear it. Did you spot the pigeon?
No, I had to go to the other room.
Oh, did you? Was it too frightening?
No.
No. Good. Well, I didn't spot that. And I'd seen the film once, and then I didn't spot it the second time. So there you are. You know, there's losers all round, and I was one of them. Damn it! So how's tricks with you, young Connor?
Say again?
How are tricks with you? Have you been making any more videos?
I've been making some. I'm quite lazy when it comes to cleaning my room to edit the computer.
What? Hang on a minute. Cleaning your room to edit on the computer. Why, is your room that messy that there's nowhere to put the computer?
Yeah. I've got a computer desk, but the computer's on the floor.
Right.
Along with most of my belongings.
Do you have cupboards?
Not in my room, no.
No. Oh, right. Well, that would explain why they're on the floor. What about in boxes? Have you ever thought of having plastic boxes to put things in?
Yeah, I've got a stack of plastic boxes, but they've already got stuff in, so I can't put anything in there.
Oh, that is a bummer, isn't it? That is a bummer. What else could you do? What about a net? Nice girl. You could suspend a net from the ceiling and shove stuff inside the net, you know, like a big old fishing net from a trawler. Might smell of fish a bit, but after a while you wouldn't notice it.
I could probably give that a try, but I don't know if my roof would support it.
Ah, that's true. Well, yeah, okay. So I'm sorry, but what about just one of these great big brooms that they used to have in... when I was at school or any sort of large building where they got large rooms and they have these big brooms where they were so long, the sweepy bit, and you just go and just shove everything in one corner and just let that's the messy corner. I'm just going to, forget about it. Then you'll have a bit of room on the floor. You could sit cross-legged in a Zen position and edit the videos.
I could give that a try, I suppose.
I mean, I'm full of hopeless ideas, but I'm doing my best to elicit conversation.
Yeah, I'm not actually sure what to say.
You don't know what to say. Well, I know it can be a bit confronting. So how is your garden grow? That sounded like a song then, isn't it? How is your garden growing? How is your garden? Have you got any more innovations in your garden? Because when we saw your garden last, you had an upside down washing machine or some such thing, didn't you? You got Evian water bottles clambering up the side full of lettuce. Have you eaten all that lettuce?
I ended up losing most of that lettuce because I forgot to water it when I was meant to, and
what you needed. Now, I don't know anything about hydroponics, and I don't even know if that's the correct word. But what you need is a little hose that you could sort of go through the bottles, one to the other, and weave it down. And then all you've got to do, because I know you said you were a bit lazy and what have you, all you've got to do is reach out and go, I just water the bed, and turn the tap on.
I have been thinking of that, but I'd have to get
Up.
a lot of hose pipe, and I don't have money, so I'd have to try and get it.
What about you? Would your mum help you?
Probably not.
Oh. What about your dad?
Probably not either.
Oh dear. Well, I'm feeling a bit suicidal now. Are you in your dark corner at the moment?
I'm in a dark corner of my garden, but I'm in the back garden.
Are you in the back garden? Oh, it's dark because the lights are drawing in. Is it cold?
It's not too cold.
It's not too bad at the moment, is it? We're very lucky. We're not in November, though, because I remember when it gets to November, we start to get a bit chilly, don't we? I'm hoping that when we get into October, it doesn't get too cold, because the lovely Julia and I are going on our canal boat.
Is that, I'm trying to think what... I don't know what you said.
I was like, at that moment, I was sort of anticipating. Wow! Oh, how exciting! Oh, lovely! That sounds great. Oh. So I don't know whether you got the script. Did you get the script?
I think you might have given it to my neighbour.
Oh, what has your neighbour been in the garden going? Oh, wonderful, lovely. Oh, how nice! If he's heard it, then I sent the script to the wrong person, which is catastrophic. Catastrophic. Don't put the cat in the traffic. You'll get catastrophic. Have you got... Here's a question for you. You'll know the answer. You're an intelligent man. You may be shying it away from us, but I know that you are. Are you underneath that chatty exterior? Have you got all this pop-up bloody cycle paths everywhere?
Oh, what, in Bognor?
Well, anywhere near you. Yeah, in Bognor.
I'm not sure... at the moment, because I don't...
You haven't been out?
I don't cycle around that much.
No, but have you been out?
Yeah.
Yeah, so have you used your eyes? I mean, I've only got one, but I think you've got two. And have you seen them? You know, there's sort of like the cycle lane with these orange sticks that get put up?
Yeah, I was with my dad earlier when we were in China, and we noticed the whole area of Chichester's now got pop-up cyclist thing.
Do you cycle?
I do, but I don't tend to cycle on the road if I can help it. No.
Well, I've seen very few people cycling. I don't know who has. Excuse me, belching there. That was that biscuit. Do you like sugar-free biscuits?
I don't think I could eat sugar-free biscuits.
No, it's got a lot of stuff in them, I can tell you. That isn't biscuit and isn't sugar. It's a bit of a worry. But Robert was very generous sending them in to me. I think he's trying to poison me slowly or rapidly. I'm not quite sure which. But anyway, so there we go. So did you just ring up for a natter?
Yeah, I was going to send a video in today, but I obviously didn't get around to editing it.
No, because your room is a mess.
Yeah. Me and my dad went up to North Folly yesterday. To
the North Folly. It's lovely up there.
Yeah.
I know the farmers round there. I did a video with them, actually. Very nice people. And the cattle are fed on beautiful meadow grass. Oh, what's that?
Is
that a wolf?
Neighbour's dog.
Oh, phew. I thought it was a wolf coming in then. What did you see?
There was a lot of sheep over there.
Ah, yes. A lot of their cattle is disguised as sheep. What they do is they shrink them down and they put them in this little woolly jacket. And they are actually cows, but they're disguised as sheep. Very uncomfortable sheep. But sheep nonetheless, cows nonetheless. You take my word for it, Connor.
I did think it was weird when the sheep were mooing at me.
Yeah, there you go. See? That's a dead giveaway. And also, if you get underneath and squeeze their... what are the things they have? And milk comes squirting out, especially if you get full fat cream. Yeah, it's a worry, isn't it? Well, I'm sorry you didn't manage to send in a video, but don't panic. We've got a whole box of videos, so I'm going to go and play another video if that's all right.
Yes, that's perfect.
Thank you. I'm very glad to get the permission. But do call again.
I will do.
And look forward to your video when it comes in.
Yep.
You look after yourself, Connor.
You too.
Yeah, we'll do. All the best. Thanks for calling.
Right, thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. There we go. That was Connor. How lovely is that to hear from Connor? Man, a few words, but the words he said were worth every minute. And he gets about £2.50 every time he speaks. So actually, I would speak more. So there we go. So let's go into the video box. Lots of comments over there, but we will take off the phone call for a moment and we will come back to the comments after this. Let's crack through some of Glastonbury Gabriel's latest thing. Have you got an aerosol can handy?
I see you're working for design. Some people are, some people aren't. Is there a different technique?
Different reason for different people.
Yeah.
That's what it is, yeah.
So you do draw that, how much of it actually goes on the wall when you get here and how much it kind of evolves?
Exactly. Depends on how much space I got. Just, variables which can change things and how it works. But yeah, that's the plan.
You do tattoos with drawing skills like that?
I do tattoos, I'm a tattooist.
I can see, look, it's got a tattoo look to it.
I actually want to get this tattooed on somewhere. I'll put, yeah, I think on that arm potentially.
Why not?
Yeah.
Sweet. Lovely.
The ideas are bought, but it's all your fault.
Blame me. Glastonbury Gabriel, YouTube. Blame me.
There you go. How about that? If you're handy with a spray can and you can find a big hoarding somewhere, you can pit your wits against that crowd and probably not come off as well. Here's a question, though, for you, Glastonbury Gabriel. There was a lot of diverse opinion in there, which is great, by the way. I don't want everyone just to agree every time we bung a video up that, it's fantastic, it's the world's greatest thing. Obviously, something like art is going to elicit different responses, and I think that's as it should be. Some people will be turned off by it, some people will be exhilarated by it, and that's exactly that. How Glastonbury Gabriel, however, can be excited by pop-up bloody cycle lanes is beyond me. But he knows and I know we can disagree on certain things and still be mates. Phew! But here's the thing. Do you have to use aerosols to be a graffiti artist? Can you paint? Could you, I saw somebody put, I forget who it was and I do apologise. Somebody said, I think it was Jackie, who said, just looking for it now, a watercolour. Wouldn't it be nice to have a little watercolour? Jackie Chainer said, I'd like to see a nice watercolour. That would be good. Josh Stick says there's a lot of talent there. But is it art? Says Veg Grower Podcast. The thing about that whole thing is I've got no problem when it's an organised thing like that. That's fine because it's there for a reason. But I would like to see different styles. It all seems very samey. Who's calling on the old Vobes show? You're very welcome, by the way.
A bit samey, Richard, a bit samey.
Yeah, it's a bit samey, isn't it? It's a bit samey. Oh, what a shame.
Oh, so a shame, it's all the same. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right. Good. Excuse my rants about the cycle lanes, but I don't know what they're like in where you are. I forgot the place that you live in, Glastonbury, but I'll remember it sooner or later. But here in Worthing, where I live, and I'm very close to where the cycle lanes are, I'm a stone's throw from them, and the congestion now, and the diesel particulates, and the smell, and the language that you're getting from people is much better than it. It's far worse than it was. You see, the thing was that nobody said we were getting them. Nobody, there was no warning. There was no, do you mind? Is it all right if we're paying our council tax and suddenly it's like, wait, the freedom of the roads has been curtailed?
Yes, I guess it is. But then on the other hand, most motorists are selfish, self-entitled people who don't give a toss about cyclists. So it's nice to see the ball on the other foot. I mean, but you've got 2 lanes, you've got 1 lane.
Yeah, but be fair, the motorists are paying for that privilege.
Oh, no, they're not. No. Road tax doesn't go to pay for the roads. Everybody knows that.
Well, we still pay it, though.
We still pay road tax, yeah.
Let
cyclists pay road tax. Fair enough, then. Cars that don't give out any CO2 don't pay any road tax. So, okay, bikes don't give out CO2. Make us liable for road taxes. We won't pay any.
All right, hang on. I can counter that, and I'll raise you.
I raise you 5.
I raise you. That's very true. The cars will send out all those pollutants. Cyclists will be sending out... cyclists will be sending out COVID breaths.
Well, they would be.
Yeah, they would be. They could be. Because at least
they're nowhere near anybody when they're doing it.
Well, you don't know. They're cycling and they're breathing out because they're labouring as they cycle. So the breath is coming out. I mean, you happen to be walking there. Where's it going to go? It doesn't just suddenly stop in mid-space and go nowhere.
But then earlier on you said COVID wasn't really a thing, so it wouldn't really matter, would it?
Yes, I said
it's not. You can't have it both ways. Either COVID is a thing and they're breathing out COVID fumes, or COVID isn't a thing and they're not. Gotcha. I raise you 10 and see your hand, sir.
I'm just going to talk with my lawyers. One moment. Can he do that? Is he allowed to do that? Is he allowed to go? Oh, sorry. I've just been told. Sorry. I've been told it is Help the Aged Day at the moment, so we've got to be kind. Yeah. I don't want you having a heart attack on the show.
Yeah.
So, you can have that one. That's a good one. So, is it art? No, let's not talk about that. How's the world? How's the world of Glastonbury Gabriel?
The world is fine. And just a quick comment about all the people who said, why can't they paint a nice Constable?
Yeah.
Google how long it took Constable to draw his paintings. These guys had an afternoon.
All right, hang on. You just told me, you gave me an instruction. Hang on, let's see if Google actually does that. Let's go to the screen of Google. I've got to get the
Google screen, yeah.
The Google
How
screen.
long did it take Constable to paint the Hayway, for
Yes,
example?
all right, okay. Hang on.
Because that's the only one of his I know.
Is it right? Fair dues. Back. How long did it take? I've got to spell it right. Did it take? Oh,
T-A-K.
there's lots of interesting options here. We could do the Great Wall of China, the Noah to build the Ark, to write Hamilton, to get to the moon. But no, we don't want any of that. How long did it take? Was it John Constable? Constable.
I don't know what his first name
to
was.
paint.
It was Police, wasn't it, his first name?
Police Constable.
That's him.
Haywayne. How do you spell Haywayne?
H-A-Y.
H-A-Y, that's it. N-E?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
I don't think that's right. But anyway, A-I-N. Here we go. How long did it take him to paint the constable? Right, let's have a look. Closer look. Haywayne, yeah. Analysis and facts. Right, let's go there. Let's see. Here is a picture of the Haywayne. What a lovely picture that is. Now, imagine that on the sidewalk in America and on the pavement in England. The Haywayne, it says here, I'll just read quickly a bit. Haywayne landscape is a dialect representation of Somersday in a quiet corner of England, dear to the painter. On the banks of the River Stour, between the counties and Suffolk, the picture was first presented to the public in 1821. It was the third one called the Six Footers. He painted with the focus of the composition of the cart of the horses in the middle, on the left. It only took 2 hours to paint. It was amazing. He was going to do it in aerosols, but decided actually I'll better off with a few things. After doing that, he did it a couple of extra times on the pavement with chalk. He was quite confident by the end, and he was starting to use laser light. Robert Cummings, the author of the book Art Explained, said he is one of the world's greatest painters, and if only more tattoo artists would paint that sort of stuff as graffiti, we would be in a far better world. There you go. That's what it says. And that's Factum Totem Pole, and Philip Mercer had no involvement in that whatsoever. Whoever.
None at all. Oh, that's amazing.
I know. It's incredible. So yeah,
He didn't do it in an afternoon. We know that, don't we? That's fairly obvious.
Let's hope he didn't do it in an afternoon. Otherwise, there should be a lot more of them.
It kind of devalues it, doesn't it? If you
Well, I don't know. I knock out a video in an afternoon. What are you talking about? Takes me an afternoon.
It's not a painting. It's not a
painting. It's not painting, is it? It's not painting.
No, you've got to paint the canvas and seal it. That takes a few hours. Just do that and get it all dry and everything.
Yeah, these are bloody slow coaches.
Yeah.
So yes, okay. So, but I don't. It's funny though that the graffiti all looks, as somebody said, they all go to the same art school. That it's all very similar.
There is a lot. Some don't look the same, but it is a style, I guess. It's a little bit formulaic. It might be one word you want to put on it, but there is definitely a style.
You don't get many stickmen pictures. They could do that in an afternoon, couldn't they?
Well, there is one in Glastonbury. If you look at the Watchstone Trail I did, there's the 3 stickmen on the side of the one of the buildings on a yellow background.
You see, if they did Hangman, you know that game Hangman where you've got a number of letters and you think that would be great because people could actually have a go.
They could, yeah.
That would be fun, and then somebody leaves on a chalk thing a guess, and then the next day there's either the letter or there's an extra bit to the scaffold goes up. That would be great. People would work. Yeah, people would love that. It's like, oh God, are they going to hang him or not? Oh. No. So it depends how desperate they get to when they start painting on the bootlaces and the buttons and the the cuffs, and they start saying, "Oh, well, he should be hanged out, should he?" No, wait. There's piercings on his ears and a ring through his nose,
and the turn-ups on his trousers.
And the turn-ups on his trousers, exactly. Yeah, but all good stuff. What's your next video going to be?
I don't know. I've got a few things, irons in fires or fingers in pies or whatever the term is.
I would like to see a video of irons in fires and fingers in pies, not the other way round. Don't put your fingers in the fires and
iron in the pie.
Yeah.
No, that wouldn't be good, would it? I don't know. I've got nothing planned yet. I've got some longer-term stuff that I'm working on.
Yeah.
I'm doing some stuff with some of the more quirky shops in Glastonbury.
Oh, lovely.
Like we've just had an Indian tailor come to town and open a shop up, and you get some materials and stuff from his village back in India. And he's doing repairs and bespoke stuff, which is really interesting because Glastonbury, I'll probably get shot down in flames for saying this, but the High Street is a little bit of a theme park.
Yes,
really.
yes.
It's not a real shopping street unless you want a yurt or a chakra realignment or a Tibetan singing bowl or something like that.
Do you think... Here's a serious question for you, for once. Do you think that, lockdown affect somebody somewhere like Glastonbury? No, this is a serious question. I mean, I was just thinking as you said that if you want, all these trinkets and these magic potions and all that sort of mystical stuff, all of which is available online... Do you think that because people haven't been able to go out and visit places, actually, they don't need to go to Glastonbury to buy all that all that mystical stuff. They could just go on to WeSellTat.com, and I wonder if there is a place called WeSellTat.com.
There ought to be, oughtn't there?
WeSellTat.com. WeSellTat.com. We're having trouble finding that site, but it is available.
If not, let's register that.
Register it. WeSellTat.com. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
We could flog all sorts of stuff. We could flog some old Vobes stuff. I've got this little bit of
Vogue merch.
Yeah, a little bit of plastic here that was featured on the Vobe show.
Absolutely. I mean, that gives it some.
86 people watched him hold up a plastic biscuit tray.
Yes, absolutely. You could paint that.
Yeah, I could paint
with
it.
An aerosol pan.
Yeah.
And give it some welly and whoop.
Absolutely.
£54, please, sir.
Blimey.
Nice.
It's a bargain at half the price. Phew, dear.
Absolutely. Nobody's seen one like that before.
No.
I probably will never see one again.
Luckily. Good escape.
No, I know a lot of the businesses, I thought a few more ago to the wall, but they all seem to have weathered the storm, as it were, and come back.
I'm sure a lot of them saw it coming, didn't they, in their crystal balls?
Well, you would think so, wouldn't you? And a lot of these seers and healers and all these people, who can do that, the tarot readers.
Madame Fufu, I notice, is out of business now on the end of the pier in Worthing. Little Madame Fufu. Yeah, she would read your... And the woman with the lucky heather, dear, read your future, read your palm, dear. And so, they're out of business now because you can't do one-to-one, in the masks, it doesn't... Oh, the mists, I can't see properly. Yeah, take the mask off your face, you silly old dear. Oh. That's why you can't see it. You're breathing all over it, you silly fool.
You're misting up with your face mask on.
Yeah, so...
My glasses mist up because I wear one at work, and it's very difficult working on bikes when your glasses are misting up.
Oh, yes, I hate it. I went to Morrison's today to buy some sugar-free biscuits, which now I need to return. No, I did. Anyway, I'd be interested to see what happens. They're hanging on by the fingers of their teeth.
Yes.
If that's a thing. I think I better put another video on.
Yeah, Jeff Kellison's in the comments there. He's sending me a jacket, which I should be using as my presenter's jacket. I don't know anything about it, what it looks like or anything. I'm quite looking forward to seeing it. It's coming from all the way from America.
I've just seen that.
Nice and loud.
What a lovely man he is. Jeff Kellison.
Isn't he, Jeff?
Bing.
Isn't he?
He's a star.
Jeff Kellison, hero of the hour. Hopefully, and I hope, Jeff, you, if you're safe, you can hear this, you're safe over there, mate, and keeping away from all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing that. Really looking forward to seeing that. I shall wear it on the very first video I make. In fact, I might make a video just about it.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect. We want to see. We want
to Technicolor waistcoat.
Yeah, we want to see you on a catwalk.
On a catwalk. Yeah.
Or
funny enough, there is way back I did If Only Sheep Could Swim. I went to the Red Brick Building, which is a community centre.
Yeah.
Working on another part of that, and they built another video I did about the Zigzag Building, one of the earliest Art Nouveau factories.
Yeah.
Well, they built a bridge across the top, about 60 foot up in the air, like one of these you see in the jungle.
That's what we want you on, with your new jacket
I'm
when it comes.
I'm going up there, and I'm going to go walk across it. It's one of the videos I'm working on doing. So that'd be fun. You know, putting myself at risk for my viewers, as you do.
Yeah.
Well, you know about that. You've done it.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
We take these risks. We do it, don't we?
I take my risk on here, listening to you, I can tell you. Listen, got to send you off.
I'm going to bugger off.
Get on
Nice
your bike
talking
and
to you.
stay on the blooming cycle lane that you're not paying
The
for.
pop-up one, preferably.
Yeah.
Love you loads. Bye.
Bye. There we go. Lovely Glastonbury Gabriel. Robert Croser said, we want a video. We want a video. All right, Robert Croser. We'll give you a video. He pressed the button. Nothing happened.
Good morning, Vobenauts. How are we all today on this crisp early autumn day? Now, I'm at a place that I've never visited before, but I have been passing by endlessly on the road to Newcastle. That's the A69. You might just be able to hear in the background. Now then, this is what I think is a tumulus, burial mound, anything you want to call it, and it's surrounded by these trees. Now, the lovely Julia or Richard or somebody will be able to tell me what trees these are, because I've no idea whatsoever. But this definitely isn't a natural hill. This has been built for a purpose, whether it's a tumulus or it's a motte, just like the motte in Brampton that I went with Richard, Julia, lovely Cheryl, and it's about a mile outside Brampton, so you never know, it could be linked. But I don't think it's a motte, because there's nothing leading up to it, there's no path, there's nothing. But I do think it's certainly not natural. This is man-made. It's a low hill surrounded by trees round the perimeter, much like Sisselbury Ring, Richard's favourite, but lots more, in my opinion, more dramatic because of where it is. It's absolutely incredible. You can feel the atmosphere up here. I'm the only one here. The car's back down in Brampton, so I've walked all this way up here, and I'm glad I did, because it's such a peaceful place, despite the fact that half a mile over there is the A69 main trunk road from Carlisle to Newcastle. I'm heading there at the weekend, probably to see my daughter. But just look all around, just look over my shoulder. I'm just going to switch it around and you'll see what I can see. Just through the trees there, that's the High Pennines there. I think that is Tyndale Fell. Could be wrong, or it could be Torkin Fell. Going over the you can just see the trees are starting to turn. Soon there'll be that gorgeous golden colour before winter properly sets in. But as you can see, as I go around, there is a ring of trees around this. Now, this cannot be natural. Trees wouldn't grow like this, but I'm ready to be told otherwise by people who know more than I do. I'm just going to pan right round. You can see the rolling countryside of Cumbria. You can see what it's like. There's no mass agriculture here, not field after field of crops. There's still a lot of sheep knocking around. There's still plenty of natural planted hedges. These magnificent trees there. Just through there you can see Geltwood. Now, I've filmed and photographed there before. I am going to head over to a disused railway. I'm from Brampton Junction. That'll be for the Puffernutters, the Nigels, there's hello, thank you for joining me, Henry's and all the others. But I'll just leave you with this. This is part one. Hopefully I'm going to do part two, part three today. We'll just have to wait and see. I know it's pretty static, but if you can see what I can see, you'll be glad you kept still. Ta-ta for now. Signing up.
Mr. Croser, thank you so much for sending that in. Thank you very much. Yes, beech trees by the looks of things, not Sisbury Ring, Chantonbury Ring, and obviously they were planted on the top of a hill, which may have held some sort of fort or something. We didn't really get to see much from the outside of that. If you'd taken a little stroll outside and showed what it was, perhaps we could have been more assistance. But other than that, yeah, very nice. Obviously planted by somebody probably 150 years ago by the looks of those trees, but clearly beech. I did for a moment think they could have been lime because they looked like they had pubes at the bottom that had been shaved off. But that's how I know when they're lime trees. But I think beech probably. Mostly it's beech trees that are planted. They were tall enough to be beech trees, and they had the sort of mossy, licheny, whatever it is, that greeny, very thin, crumbly, that stuff on the bark. And so on and so forth. So, yeah, very nice. Thank you very much. We have a call on the phone. Let's find out who that is. What have I done with my headphones? I have no idea. Let's talk to the caller. Hello, caller.
Hello, Sean from London.
Sean from London. All right, mate. How's it going? Know what I mean?
Very quick one.
Yeah, very quick. All right, and the time starts now. Tick, 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 tick.
I wanted to know if there's been any updates on the estate agents. Have you got the baggers to pay?
Have you... What? Wait, that's left field, isn't it? I'll ring up Richard and ask him about estate agent. What? Thanks, Sean, on the lifestyle. I want to ask you, what's going on with this? 1 minute you're Sean James Cameron from The Plot. Now, then you're The Allotment Channel, which is very official. And now, what is it now? The Lifestyle Channel.
No, it's just Sean James Cameron, and that's to tell people what the channel's about. This week, I had a YouTube consultation, because once you get to 30,000, you can actually speak to a person. So you get called in, and they look at your channel, and they give you some advice about it.
They call you in?
Yes, you sort of have a consultation every 6 months.
Did you have to go like this? With your mask? Sorry, there's a delay on the line, obviously, because...
There is. It was done on a Zoom.
Oh, it was a Zoom call.
It was on a Zoom, I screw.
Yes. Oh, and what did they tell you about your channel? Change the name! You can't be the Allotment Channel! Somebody's already that. Somebody else wants that. Be the Lifestyle Channel.
They said that personalities are the future, and not to put out too many videos in a week. You've got to give videos time to breathe. So they recommended every 3 days put out a new video, and put out a combination of short videos of 10 minutes and long videos of 30 minutes.
Now, I do 10 minutes and hours. 10 minutes or hours. So clearly I've got it all wrong. But don't worry, I'm not up to even halfway yet, so I've got a long way before they haul me over the coals and tell me I'm doing it wrong. Surely it's up to you, isn't it? Isn't it up to you what you do?
It is, but they sort of give you a hint on when they've changed the algorithm and what the algorithm favours. And so I said, well, because a friend of mine, she's been doing daily videos for the whole month of August, and they said they aren't really bothered in them. They aren't bothered with daily videos. That's why a lot of the big ones have stopped doing daily videos, because the algorithm now favours videos that are every 3 days.
I wonder why that is then. Is it? I wonder if that's because actually what it means is they're getting a bit worried because there's so many videos being made, and if people like me, who does a daily video, keeps going, making daily, that's a lot of data they've got to store, especially if it's not making much money.
What they said is now, because they've had problems with advertisers because of COVID, and now they're starting to come back, is they want quality over quantity.
Well, that would be nice if they paid a bit more then, wouldn't it? I mean, it is a bit rich, isn't it? A bit rich, don't you think it's a bit rich?
Well, they told me all this after I'd uploaded a video every day for a week.
Oh, right. So yeah. So okay, here's another question. I would have asked them then when they brought you in and said, you know, now you've got over 30,000, you can have a conversation with us, and you say, yeah, great. And this is what the algorithm is. You would think it was in YouTube's interest to tell everybody what is in favour of the algorithm right from the get-go. Because
they change it every sort of
Well, that's all right. They've got your email address. It's not like they don't know who you are. They could just send out, okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for using our service, especially those people who are using adverts, because that's how they're making their money. And you would just
Another thing they said that goes into a channel's favour is they are promoting channels that are putting ads in the actual video. So ads that are just on the end aren't worth anything to them. It's the ads in the middle of a show that are worth the money. And because they get a kickback as well, they're promoting those channels over the other channels that are just put in the one ad on.
I can bet you that that's not working very well. I bet you. Because I've unsubscribed from 2 channels who constantly put adverts in the middle, and you're in the middle of it. Da-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Hey, buy this thing, buy this thing, buy this thing. And then we're just about to put euthanasia, this gentleman it's a moment of absolute precision. Nothing should go wrong. Da-da-da-da-bum-bum. Oh, buy my product, you gotta buy it today, dum-dum.
What I've picked
Get a
up
free
on
Audible book from audible.com.
What I've picked up on is these channels that have I've seen channels that have got 4 or 6 ads in a 10-minute video, and then they come on the next video and then they say to their followers, nothing to do with me, Gov, it's what YouTube are doing. Whereas I actively go into my videos. I do allow 2 adverts in the middle, but I take the ones off the end because I think it's ridiculous that the video starts and within 60 seconds there's the first ad, and then in the last 60 seconds there's an ad, which completely spoils it. I don't mind videos like 8 minutes in. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, but you're not the one watching it. You're just the one taking the money. That's ridiculous. You see, this is that you're losing the thing here. Let me tell you, as somebody who's got far less subscribers than you, how to do it. Let me be cheeky for a second. You've got to think about.
Let me get a pencil.
Yeah, get a pencil. You've got to think about the audience. It's what the audience wants, not what you want. But our audiences don't like adverts in the middle of content. We've known that for donkey's years. Unless, of course, you've manufactured your video so that at exactly the 8-minute start, it's like ITV, where you do, in the first part of this programme, we're going to show you how we skin a cat. And then you get to the adverts and you say, get to the break and you say, well, so far I've told you how I'm going to skin a cat. Now in part 2, I'm actually going to skin the cat. Then you have the ad break. Then you say, hello, welcome back. Now in part 1, I told you a whole load of stuff, and you fill it up like that. Fill. And in this part, we're going to, we're going to watch an advert. Now we're going to... People don't want adverts. They hate them. They hate that. They don't want to see them. They're going to use ad blockers. So many people when I did the YouTube video with lovely Mark English, and we sat here, and he was sitting exactly where this hand is. Actually, smell that air. He's still there, and it was wonderful. But people were saying we would just put an ad blocker on. Don't worry about the ads. I don't know why you don't get rid of the end one. There are some people who've let it play on. I put them on the end because it doesn't matter. You only need a few seconds.
No, they've started putting them on in the last 60 seconds. So you're just doing your final thoughts, and then
they don't do it on mine.
And then an ad comes on, so I actively go in and take those off.
Yeah.
But I've spent quite a few years saying to my viewers that if an ad comes on in this 2.5 minutes, then press the button to skip it. But I've spent a lot of time educating them that it's sitting for 20 seconds, it's paying for the equipment to make the videos. It's either that or send me your money.
Yeah, well, Mark Selwood's, he's typical, I think. I refuse to watch videos with ads. It's so frustrating. He's absolutely right.
Yes, but it's those type of people that just want something for nothing.
Yes, it is those people who want something for nothing, and I am one of them.
Well, that's why you haven't got a TV. That's why you haven't got a TV license. You don't want to pay for it. That's fine.
That's it. Yeah, but I mean, it's a difficult thing. I don't mind them at the beginning, and I think a lot of people will accept that you've got to try and but the adverts you don't make much money on. I don't know how you manage to have the lifestyle you live in London on YouTube. I mean, unless you've got 100,000, I don't know how you make money from adverts. I don't make much, as I've said many times before. I don't make much on the adverts I get. I rely purely on the patrons, the lovely patrons, and people buying.
But I just don't get this
the
attitude
mugs.
that sort of this attitude that it should be free. Well, nobody else goes to work and does it free of charge.
Well, that's true, but there is the internet has been like that from the word go. I mean, look at podcasts. Nobody wants to pay for podcasts.
Well, I quite like that. The idea that was on the show the other night. Everybody gets a basic free, and then you pay for it if you want it to go fast.
I mean, there's lots of different. Exactly, there's lots of. I mean, there are lots of different ways, but you can't change. The internet started as a freebie thing, and we missed the boat on letting everybody pay. We are where we are, and I think the thing that, if you come across as a tight-fisted git that wants to get every last penny from everybody that you do, then that pung as many adverts as you can in. I put an advert at the beginning and an advert at the end. It's as limited. It gives me about 80 quid a month if I'm very, very lucky. Pays the petrol. The rest is down to whether people think I'm any good. The only interesting thing from that conversation that you said about YouTube is personalities. Well, I can give you personality, guys. Holy moly. So that's a good thing, but I'm still sticking with dailies because they work for me, and I will carry on to doing what I haven't got 30,000, so I haven't got to worry yet. I won't get.
I don't
whipped.
mind when you're watching a video and it does exactly what you've just said, which is the thing that I try to stick to, is I try to end something and then say, right, I'm going to go off for a cup of tea, an ad comes on, and then we come back to something else. I think it's lazy when you see these channels that they're halfway through a conversation and an ad comes up.
Yeah.
At least try and plan it.
Yeah, well, if you can get the timing right.
Yeah, well, that's quite easy to do.
Oh, okay. I don't know how accurately they come on, or whether they just come on willy-nilly.
No, you can go in and you can put it, if you wanted it 6 minutes and 13 seconds, you can put it for 16 minutes.
All right. Seconds. Yeah. Well, that would be better if people do that, rather than just as the murderer is about to stick the knife in, or just as Columbo says reveals who it is. Although we know with Columbo who it is.
What I hate is these videos. You don't do it, but that there are videos that will purposely string you along for 10 minutes. Because you earn more money with the ads in the middle. If your video's over 8 minutes now, it's changed. But there's some people that will keep on saying, I'll tell you about that in a minute. Let me just tell you about this. It's like, well, just give us the answer.
Just skip along. Anyway, better go.
Well, that's what I do.
The answer to your original question is no, still haven't sold a house. Still as impecunious as ever.
Oh, did you get the money off the estate agents for the lock?
Oh.
I thought maybe that's where the nick on the nose was. You'd had a fight with them.
At the moment, they have not answered my email. They have ignored it, thinking that I will go away. The thing is,
I'd go down there with a camera.
But I've got the keys to the house, so they can't do anything. They can't go back in when the buyer says, "Oh, I would like to go in and measure the carpet area," and they say, "Wait a minute, we still haven't got the key. We still can't get in." They've got to contact me. I don't want to I don't want to make life difficult for them, but it's really in the hands of the solicitors to get the people to buy the sodding house now.
Well, if I had the money, I would buy it because the garden's a nice size.
It's a nice garden. When I turned up the other day and we eventually got in, went into the back just to check the house, through the glazed windows at the back, there was, right in the middle of the garden, admittedly the grass was reasonably high, but not as high as it has been, there was a fox curled up. And I stood there mesmerised looking at this fox, and it was only about 20 feet from me. So I tapped gently. Well, first of all, I went back to the locksmith. I said, "Here, look, there's a fox in the garden." And he went, "Really?" So he came in. We both stood there. The fox didn't stir. I thought, well, I hope he's asleep. Maybe he's dead. I tapped. Nothing. I tapped a couple of times, and his little head just poked up. Bear in mind, this was about 3 o'clock. And he looked up, and he just looked at us, as if to go, "What do you want?"
But you said in your podcast you have to change the lock because you couldn't get in.
Yeah.
My first thought was, I'm sure you did a video where you went to the house and discovered the back door was open.
Yeah, I did do,
But
but yeah, but it wasn't. It was because once I discovered it, I locked it. Anyway,
so foxes like
the fox was there. The fox was there, and then I tapped again. He got up and he went, "Oh, I'm off." And another one came out from the bushes, and two of them darted away. It was lovely. Anyway, got to go. Got to go.
All the best.
Nice to talk to you. Yeah, thank you very much. Bye bye. Yes, this is an ad-free show, ladies and gentlemen. At least I hope it's ad-free. Yeah, it probably is ad-free. I don't think we put any adverts on this. If you want to drop me a few £1,000s, that would be very helpful. Trying to save up to buy a van at the moment. It's a very contentious thing, but the ads just don't make enough money for me to worry about them, and I don't want them in the middle of the things. I think it disrupts the flow, and I hate that. I know that YouTube want you to have ads because that's how they make the money, and they make most of the money. But anyway, some of your YouTube programmers like putting ads on every minute. It's really annoying, says Jostick, and I totally agree with you. Then don't watch them, says Andrew Norris. Exactly, that's what I've started not to do. Because until you start not watching those people who do have adverts in, they won't get the message. And somebody I watched said he reckons that the reason they're doing it is because actually they want to switch everybody to YouTube Prime, so there's no adverts and they just collect. Now, they should have done that again right at the beginning. They should have just said, look, you can have YouTube, but it's £2 a month. And they would be sitting pretty now. Ramibu says, I will watch the ads at the beginning and at the end of my favourite YouTubers to help support them. I was excited when I saw Richard finally getting them at the beginning of his show. I just hate it when they break in them multiple times throughout a vid, especially at unnatural break. Yes, exactly. I hate it all. Keep the ads off and get paid by PayPal donations or Patreon, says Glastonbury Gabriel. I think there is good. Or sell something. I don't know what I could sell. You know, a lot of people sell merchandise, or perhaps if you're a painter and you're talking about your paintings, you could sell your painting. If you're a photographer and you take particularly good pictures and you have them framed, you could sell that. I can sell you bits of landscape that I've been to. I'll take a trowel with me wherever I go and fill up a little bag. As long as I don't have to do lots of that, I might get away with it. But when I go to the supermarket with one of those metre square 10-ton bags and say I'd like to send this to Nova Scotia, they might start asking questions. Rami Boo said, I had 47-minute commercial pop up in the middle of somebody's 8-minute video yesterday. It's like, yeah, I'm going to watch that. A 47-minute commercial? Surely that's the other way round, isn't it? Wasn't that a 47-minute film with 8 minutes of nonsense either side of it? Mark Donny McLeod said, got rid of my TV because there was nothing worth watching, period. Yeah. Good for you. And Joystick says, use blackmail, it's ads all your life. And Robert Croser says, no ads are as bad as those who appear on daytime TV. Michael White says, why don't you sell Worthing fresh air? Do you know, when I used to run the Vobes show, the earlier edition, not the earlier edition, but the edition I did in 2005 onwards, there was a time when with my mate Jimmy at the time, we were going to sell Worthing Sea. And we bottled it up, but we realised that we probably couldn't get it through customs. So Nigel Sadler's off. Have a good weekend. Mark Selwood says, maybe you can record and sell us video messages, Richard, for extra cash. Yes, of course. I'll start with your very good self. For 50 quid a month, Mark, I will record you a few sentences of myself saying, Mousel, Richard, Mousel. I'll give you the correct Cornish pronunciation, which I'm sure you'll thoroughly enjoy. And there's a bit of Robert Croser. There's me in a coal mine. There's me back again. And here is a video. I'm still in the dark. I don't know quite why I've gone in the dark. There we go. That's better. Ernie Samet. Thank you, Ernie, for sending this video in. He likes his cows. Well, he's down there in Devon, so he should do.
Hello, Richard. Some cows for you. I don't think they know what to make of me. But these two, the mother and calf, are quite not so shy. At one stage, apparently, she, before we arrived, broke into our side of the garden. Looking forward to your show tonight. Bye.
Ah, bless his cotton woolen socks. There we go, Ed. They look absolutely delightful, those cows, and very happy and friendly, and there looks like a lot of nice grass. So do you nip over in the morning with a little bucket or a milk bottle, just fill yourself up for the old breakfast cereal? That's what I would do, definitely. I've got to go and move next to excuse me, somebody's thing. So there we are. Ernie Samet, thank you so much. Down there in Devon, where they milk the cows properly, don't you know? They put the jam on first, and then they squeeze out the cream. Or is it the other way round? I could never tell. Oh, well, never mind. Elf Wolf. Elf Wolf has been out and about. Yes, we got some lovely footage from young Elf Wolf. Lovely, lovely scenes up there from the Peak District there. And I was reading the text, and Dean Head, the village that was made way for the dam. A few places like that have had that, haven't they? I'd like to know more about that, actually, Ed Wolf. Elf Wolf. I can never get your name. I can't get it into my head to pronounce it correctly. Elf Wolf. Sorry. I made a mistake before. By the way, Ernie is in Dorset, not Devon. I'm so sorry. The stress of running, you can see beads of perspiration. The production team in the gallery up there are all pointing and making yes, and you, mate, making obscene gestures every time I get something wrong. They just shout down my ear and they tell me off, and they make me cups of tea and massage my Sorry, I'm not supposed to say that, am I? You make me cups of tea and massage my shoulders. When was that? That's not on the auto cue. Yeah, Dean Head. I'd like to know more about that, Elf Wolf. I'll try and find out more about the village. Yeah, when did they put that in, and how did they put? I would like to be there where somebody from the village, I don't know, the doctor or the local priest gathers everybody together in the village hall, and they're all going, "Oh, what's going on here? Then I don't know. What's happening there? Then is it a village meeting? We don't get many of them." Now, ladies and gentlemen, please silence, please. It's very important business tonight. Oh, it's very important. Look at him. There's all prim and proper. The power's gone to your head, John. And then, here, Doc, what you? Don't tell me they're going to dig a dirty great hole and fill the village over water. Ha, ha, ha. Oh, God. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I've got this note from The government. We've got a minister here. Minister, would you say a few words? Don't shake your head like that, please. They're a very friendly bunch. Put your pitchforks down, everybody. I would like to know how that took place, where they suddenly said, OK, we're going to move you all out. We're going to fill this place with a whole load of water. How did that go down? When was it? In the Victorian period? How did they take it? Did they go, oh, all right then, that sounds nice. Yeah, bye then. How did that work? It was at Yorkshire Peaks, sorry, not the lower one. I beg your pardon. I got the accent all wrong from up there then, and I, because they're like northern, see? I can't get into that. I can't do that. It's too late in the day to do a northern accent. That's what they all say up north. It's now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time. Hang on, let's go back into the show so we can give you the clappers. But it's now... Has anybody wanted the clappers? Ask a bell ringer. They know what I'm talking about. It's now time for our moment of Murphy, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, Andy, I didn't mean to leave this to the end. I was going to get it in a bit earlier, but we've left it right to the last minute. But I don't want anyone lingering over the weekend, wondering what would we have seen if we had seen the moment of Murphy. We will see that moment. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, personality, folks. That's what we need. Personality. I must buy a bag of it from somewhere. It's the moment of Murphy, ladies and gentlemen. And if I found the button before that happened, it would have actually, oh, there we go. Look, I've done it again. If I got it, where is Murphy? Somewhere. Hang on, wait. I want to do this slickly. I've just got to press 2 buttons in consecutive order, but I only get that drum roll time to find the video. So let's see if I can do it this time. A moment of Murphy, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another Moment of Murphy with me, Andrew Murphy. Today it is Sunday the 6th of September 2020 and I thought I'd come over to Creechwood near Denmead in Hampshire and I thought I'd have a walk around the forest here. Let's go! Dot you can see in the middle looks like to be a bird's nest. This is on one of the top parts of the pylon. This is pylon 4 Yankee Echo 51. Everyone, I'm near enough back to the car. I hope you've enjoyed this little Sunday afternoon stroll round Creechwood near Denmead. I would just like to thank you for your company and until next time, bye for now.
Hello. What's happened to my camera? There it is. Sorry about that. That was me waiting for it to go back to the camera, and never happened. Yes, there we are, the inimitable and jaunty walk of Andy Murphy. Fantastic. Thank you very much for that, Andy. And a curious place to have a bird's nest, isn't it? Because next time, I'd like you to climb up to the very top so we can see in. Are there any eggs in there? That's what we want to know. And I just want to ask Elf Wolf, because I'm confused now, because I've just looked at the email that you've sent me with the video, with the reservoir, and you spell your name E-L-F-W-A-L-F. E-L-F-W-A-L-F. Now, when it's in here, I'm looking, and I saw you, it's A-E-L-W-A-L-D. So this is why I get my pronunciation confused, because is it Old Wold, Old of Wool? Oh, there's an F in there as well. Old Wold or Old Wolf. So two different spellings. Explain yourself, dear boy, because it's very easy to confuse the old Vobie one-eyed Kenobi. You've got to feel sorry for me. If it's not sort of conforming, my brain is going, yeah, but, oh, hang on a minute. Mr. Grimsdale, they're changing all the spellings. So it's very confusing. Was there a pigeon in the nest, says Audrey Forbes. Yes, we didn't know whether there was a pigeon. By the way, I do like that idea, spot the pigeon. Can we have more videos like that, please? That would be fantastic. That's your task for next week. We want some more of that. Lots of that roseberry willow herb, says Linda Kane. It's something of a trademark, says Mark Selwood. Stabilisation artifact, says Glastonbury Gabriel. Where are you, Jeff? Jeff, where are you? Days of Yore says, OK, Richard. Yes, we want more of those, definitely. That would be great. Listen, we've gone 6 minutes over time. Oh. I don't want to get whipped or told off. So there we go. Audrey's still waiting for the pigeon, says Ramiboo. Yes, we want to catch the pigeon. Where's the pigeon? So more of those would be absolutely fantastic. Have a great weekend. It's Friday night now here where I am. So obviously I should be out with a party of 7, celebrating on my trace and package. Track and trace. That's something I think that the train companies need to have, so you know where the train is when it's not on time in the UK. Could we have track and trace here, please? Does anyone actually know what time the train is coming in? Thank you. That would be great. Have a good weekend. Videos still on the daily video, still doing the daily videos, despite what YouTube's algorithm says, because they haven't been in touch with me. They don't care about somebody who's only got 13,000, nearly 14, thank you very much. Working hard to do it. Mark Selwood says, have a super weekend. Have a super weekend yourself. If you can avoid a supermarket, that would be good. Until Monday, have a great one, and I will see you then. In the meantime, there will be some pre-recorded nonsense going out on the Bald Explorer channel. But from me here in jolly old Worthing, it's been lovely to share moments with you. Those crazy moments, of course. And I will see you next time. Take care, look after yourselves, and bye-bye for now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye! Personality, folks. It's personality. Thank you for coming to the show this evening. Please gather all your belongings and do not leave any expensive wristwatches on the floor. It does make a right mess on my vacuum cleaner. Please leave orderly and throw your disposable masks in the bin. Thank you. Wash your hands in a nice solution of COVID, which will be available to all people who want some. Make your way out onto the pop-up cycle ring and you'll be all right. Goodbye.